Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. Today we're watching episode 7 of The Fall of the House of Usher. One of the things this show has done exceedingly well is their ability to make us really dislike whatever character is about to go, usually the episode leading into it, so that when their time comes, well, nobody's too broken up about it. Let's just leave it at that. I do think when it comes to Frederick, they've outdone themselves by having him, I don't know, man, he's basically torturing his wife because of the slight against him. And I don't know, I just think he's a despicable human being. But that is the trend with these ushers. Now, young Roderick still seems like he had some redeemable qualities in him. Don't know if I can say the same about young Madeline. Do any of those qualities still lie within Roderick as an old man? Perhaps that's what has led to his confession. I don't know. I'm very curious to see where this goes and how this might wrap up. I also want to take a moment and just appreciate the writing. One, Mike Flanagan is the master of adaptation. I stand by this. Everything I've seen that he has adapted has been incredible. And in this case, I started Googling key lines that I thought were really, really great just to see. And without fail, just about every single time, it was directly from Edgar Allan Poe. And part of what makes him so great at adaptation is how he has married things together and he's mixed things all around. And there's one speech, particularly in the last time. In the edit, you'll see where I asked, is this just an Edgar Allan Poe poem? And partly, yes, but it was a bunch of different sources all weaved together in just a brilliant scene. Applause for Mike Flanagan. And I've really enjoyed watching these Mike Flanagan shows, and I'll leave it at that. Let's get into it and experience this episode for the very first time.
Consent for care form. Hey, Frederick, no siren, okay? Thanks.
Have you ever signed as a witness on the CFC?
Yes, I have.
And is this your signature?
No, it's not.
Why might someone forge your signature on the CFC form?
Objections. Speculation.
Frederick!
Let's take a time out, yeah?
Yeah, you're wound. You're wound a bit tight.
Just put Tammy down. What is the problem?
We're rehearsing, and he's making noise.
Why don't you play in Mommy's room? What about after? Is it really necessary going on the record?
Can't blow the whistle without a whistleblower.
He'll be fired.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd like your word that when it's done, we can count on your help.
You have my word.
You boys give him hell.
Okay.
What's going to happen to her? Tell me she's safe and sound and alive and protected.
You're a lucky man.
Because he is a lucky man.
How about you? You got some luck at home? She puts up with a lot.
So does he. Let's not let them down.
To not letting them down.
Let's make this one worth it.
Oh, Roderick's going to let her down, isn't he? If kissing another woman on New Year's Eve wasn't enough, I'm so nervous.
I've got a good sense for people. What malfunctioned with me back then to make me trust you? It was her. I trusted her, so I trusted you. I say to people all the time, there's no such thing as a good usher. But there was one.
Maybe there's another in Lenor?
And you chased her away.
Wrong. My granddaughter, Lenor.
I sure hope so.
Best of us. And so like her grandmother, too.
What about the launch? You were in the room.
We had 10 people at the launch.
And not one of them could stop this woman from leaving the building?
She was dust, man.
I had my hands on her. I felt her go apart like cold steam.
Ooh, cold steam. You gotta accept it, Roderick.
The board's making its move. There's gonna be a vote.
You're done.
Freddie is this swing vote where I see it. He's key to the play.
For now, we'll see how well the play goes by the end of this episode. I think your key might be broken.
He has an untreatable, incurable disease that impairs his judgment right there. That takes him out of play. I am close, Arthur. My algorithm project is so close. Do you know what that means? We could take this company out of pills, out of poison, into tech. Virtual immortality.
She's making her play.
And I imagine this isn't easy for you.
It's the hardest thing I've ever had to say out loud.
But she's always had the ambition. Is it time for her medicine, you sick psycho? What the heck are you doing? This is like serial killer level psychosis, Frederick. Kind of cool, but horrifying. When did you do all this?
Lady, stop.
I knew I wanted to marry you the first time we met. Do you remember? You saw me standing there alone and you thought, that looks like a guy who could use a friend. That smile stole my heart. Do you know what the headline was that morning? Business section of the Times. From ruthless to toothless. Is that how you see me? Toothless?
You know, she can't talk back when you've dosed her.
Yeah? Now? Okay. It's an emergency. Dad needs me. Where did you put your wedding ring? It wasn't on your hand. I saw footage from the party. Where did you put the ring, Maury?
No, just replay what I said earlier. You know, she can't talk back when you've dosed her.
I am working
Well,
on it.
apparently not. The building is still standing. Get it done.
I will. Just a building. I don't know why it matters so much now.
It matters because I have to count on you. It's a crime scene with our family's name all over it. Your brother's blood all over it. And I have to count on you, Freddie. You're it. You see, you're the swing vote.
The board's swinging?
They haven't called you yet. When they call, you just don't pick up. That's the best message.
I wonder if Freddie might be tempted to make a play for himself. I like the idea that all the remaining ushers, they're all vying for control of the company. We'll see how it plays out.
For the symptoms you're describing, your husband would probably say upping the dose would smooth you over.
I'm asking you. I'm on what, 2,000 milligrams of Ligadone a day?
That's crazy.
The second highest dosage I've ever heard of is
1,300.
then this happens and they want to up it. And I know you work for Fortunato, I know, but you're still my doctor, right?
Yes, of course.
That's debatable.
Ligadone is more like heroin than any other drug I've ever been on.
Ligadone has a low incidence of addiction if used correctly.
Come on. It's just me and you here. How do I get off this?
You can't tell me she's using it correctly.
Very, very slowly.
Start by dropping it to 1900.
Hey, it's Fredzo. It's done. Like, today, tonight.
People probably don't listen to you, Fredzo, because you say things like, hey, it's Fredzo.
The Jersey boys listen to Roderick, and the Jersey boys listen to me. Yes, I will be there. I want to see that building come down. Do you hear how fast he changed his tune? If you want to test a bond, you don't really need to break it.
No.
You just crack it a little. Second lesson, Dad was big on, was getting your house in order.
Oh, what are you doing?
If you don't want to be consistently cruel, then you have to be sufficiently brutal, at least once, to establish authority.
What is he gonna do? Don't do it, whatever it is. I don't like it. I don't love it. Please stop it.
I don't want to be consistently cruel. That's not me. I won't break our bond. You already cracked it. So I've just got to put our house back in order. I'll strike one solid blow, sufficiently brutal. Let's do this once.
Absolutely not.
Let's do it fast. And let's do it quiet.
No.
And then we can start to heal.
Oh my God. How many teeth did he take? I'm glad they didn't show that because I would not.
While I'm there, I'll look for your ring. Maybe it's still there.
Oh my gosh, he's a literal psycho.
I'll bring it home. Yeah.
I literally
You good?
can't even process what just happened.
That ball is gonna swing at 8 p.m. tonight. That building is coming down, or else I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna pull out your teeth with a pair of pliers.
I found this place. It's fantastic. Best in the country, top-notch skin graft work, and everything on campus.
Lenor's a gem.
Lenor, we've talked about this.
Where are they?
Who?
The specialists, the doctors, everyone you promised would
When
be
you're
here.
at school, they come here a lot of the time.
I don't believe you. And you're not right, Dad.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Mom is not okay. You are not okay. None of this is okay. And I found a place
I can't
that
do
can
this.
actually take care of her.
Stop! Stop it! Stop talking! If anybody spoke to me like this, there would be repercussions. You do not get a free pass because you are my daughter.
I want to talk to her specialist.
You will leave her alone while I'm gone. and I will deal with you later when I get back.
She had so many legitimate points, and your response was way over the line. Like, Roderick was kinder to you when you were annoying with the siren. I found the siren far more frustrating than your sweet daughter who loves her mother. Oh, what is...
Ma? Ma, can you hear me in there?
I was like, is she gonna discover the teeth? Get in that room, girl. Do whatever it takes. Ooh, are we going into the basement today?
Those noises are starting to really bother me. I think we ought to go down and make sure she's... And let me guess.
Lenor.
That's Lenor.
Bingo. We're almost there, Augie.
It feels like it. Let's go.
No.
Please.
Good luck with the dementia.
You'll have me on murder.
Well, let's turn that recorder back on.
We've been here before, you and me, right here. In fact...
What? Why is the clock so loud?
You see that too?
You're trying to scare me.
That's Freddie, I expect. They've been at me all night. Make sure I get their stories right. No, I'm afraid you're ringside for my reckoning, old friend. And any second, Freddie is gonna peek up from behind the chair and show off his C-section scar.
Flashback. It's not what you expected. It is Freddie, but more importantly, it's Annabelle Lee. Does he see it this time? No, of course not. I don't know why I ask every time.
We had to come for your big day. Wanted Freddie to see his daddy be a hero.
There it is. What's happening? Holy, what the gross?
I thought we agreed that you guys were gonna stay at home.
I know, but these two thought that daddy could use a little support.
Here, why don't you come sit with me? Let him get to it. You got this?
Yeah, I got this.
Jeez, man. She gives me chills.
Anything strike you as unusual about that document?
Not particularly, no. I mean, just the fact that it's here. These are confidential. These are property of the company.
Roddy.
Is this your signature?
Piece of crap.
Yes, it is.
I didn't see that coming. Why? What changed? Did he choose this? Did Madeline do this?
Mr. Usher, I will remind you, you're under oath. You agreed to appear here today as a witness for this office.
Yes. Your man there wouldn't leave us alone. He stopped by my home on multiple occasions pressing this issue.
He really screwed him. No wonder he didn't want his family here for this. So he does suck, and he sucked even then.
What's happening? No, don't say anything. What are they doing?
Don't say anything. Your husband's under arrest for perjury.
Perjury?
I told you to stay at home.
You knew this was gonna happen?
Of course.
My husband is in jail.
He'll be out before dinner. You think Fortunato is going to let him sit there?
As of today, he is the most important employee at that company. They will have him out before you can blink. What the is wrong with
That's
you?
a great question, Annabelle Lee.
Roderick was gonna do the right thing. He was gonna be a hero. That's what I told my children.
He did the right thing, you simpleton.
I hate her.
There is one name on the mind of every board member, investor, and executive at Fortunato. If you're gonna be swimming in money and promotions and...
Yeah, but...
I thought it was an act.
No, she is a
I
sincere...
figured you just played the housewife so you could keep a roof over your head.
She's a sincerely good person.
Is this really you?
Now she has to live with the fact that her husband is a horrible human being. She can't deny this
I
truth.
thought you only existed in the movies.
Man, her performance is out of this world.
You are so small, Madeline.
Hers too.
Your baby's crying.
And those two performers, they're the same person. You can't convince me otherwise. What's happening here? Welcome home. I have a feeling like maybe she never leaves. So tell me that's not scary. Is she gonna confront
All right, I know you're here.
Verna herself?
Have a seat.
Oh.
He's been coming here a lot over the last few weeks. Not sure he even knows why. And you should see the basement. He's got boxes of stuff down there.
It really is you. It's amazing how much I've denied. I want to ask you to stop.
Ask me? That isn't you. And frankly, I think you've forgotten what I am.
Fine then. I want to renegotiate.
You can't.
Why not?
What are you?
The ink is dry.
For him or for me? You know who I am.
You're a collection of impeccable, elaborate masks in orbit of a stunted heart.
If only that helped. It felt good though. It helped a little, like internally.
That was cruel. I apologize. I know who you are and who you could have been. I know who you are, Madeline. You find a locked door, you pry it open.
Yes, go, Lenor.
This is insane.
Call the police, girl.
I'm talking about getting clean.
Don't be stupid. Imagine what that would look like. My own wife trying to get off my own drug is a PR nightmare.
You have a PR wife.
It's not addictive. But if you try to get off it, you can expect mood changes and sleep changes and physical changes, flu symptoms, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea.
That's withdrawal.
Cramping, reduced appetite, dilated pupils.
Surely doesn't believe this nonsense.
With your dose, you gotta take it slow. 10% reduction per month. You should be right as rain in 3 agonizing years.
You're a monster, you know that?
100%.
I married a monster.
Yeah.
No, dear.
No.
I'm Victor Frankenstein. You're the monster.
Screw this guy. Well, she has. Sorry.
Are my perfect creation.
I thought that you loved me.
You are a miracle.
3 years. Okay, I've had a hard life. At times.
Whoa.
And I've made mistakes. But that's what I thought you saw in me. Because that made me strong. So I will take 3 years of hell over a lifetime with you.
Freaking love this woman.
Easy.
Heck yeah.
You might accuse me of being the broker of suffering, but I consider myself more its witness. You're in pain, frightened for the first time in years. Years ago, I offered you certainty. Tonight, clarity. Your brother, you know what he would have been? A poet.
Of course he would have been.
A broke poet. Is there another kind?
Yeah, what would she
What's a
have
poem
been?
after all, if not a safe space for a difficult truth? I call it the city in the sea. Lo, death has reared himself a throne. A stir is in the air.
Oh, the police are there. Good, good, good.
A wave.
Good. Yes, good.
There is a movement there.
Hopefully she's okay.
Down, down.
Lenor's not.
That town shall settle hence. Hell rising from 1,000 thrones.
I thought you were offering clarity.
Let it steep a moment. It'll come to you.
Hey, she's gonna go down, but it's gonna be slow and rough.
I need 5 minutes inside. I have to do something. Then I'll give you an all-clear signal, and you can do whatever you do.
He's like, I'm gonna find my wife's ring.
Should have died here, honey. It made you an honest woman.
Oh, Prospero, my brother.
Is he about to piss?
One last thing to say to you. Rest in peace, face.
Seriously, what is wrong with him? He just passed out?
Oh, honey, this is embarrassing.
He can't move.
That's the nightshade paralytic. You got a little carried away back there. And strictly speaking, I try to never intervene this directly, but...
Oh, man, yes!
Yeah, you good?
More. More.
He's so screwed.
I don't normally like to get my hands this dirty, but honey, you earned it.
Yeah, you did.
All clear.
A dentist. That's the funniest part. That's what you were gonna be in the other life. Cool thing is, like, nobody gets to see this. From this vantage point, anyway.
That's true. Yeah, just soak in the view, you know, until you're... It's pretty bad. They're really... Woo! As the pendulum swings. Oh, they're dragging it out.
What? Could have done this just about any way I wanted to. Could have had a heart attack in your car. The Coke would have teed that up nicely. But then you had to bring her home. And you had to grab the pliers.
That you really, 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 really screwed up.
I'm gonna head out.
Smart, yeah.
An appointment with your dad. You only ever wanted to be loved by him. And it's still no excuse.
I don't really want to see it. Oh, just a little. This is truly a freaking horrific way to die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And we know how it ends because we saw the spread apart earlier with the intestines dangling. Oh, bro. I assume Griswold, maybe in a Joker get up, is behind that wall. I don't know. I have questions.
Freddy's dead. Just us left. You remember the deal. You remember the terms. Into the world together, out of the world together, or there is no deal. That's what she said. There is only one way out. I love you. More than anyone in the world. And now I need you to be a hero again. I need you to be my brother.
What? Well, he's not gonna do this.
No other way.
There's not. You have always trusted me. This is it. Go ahead.
Don't do it. He's doing it?
Now that's a legend. That's a king. You're saving us all.
No. If that's Roderick. Huh? If he's dead, how does he come back? Or does he? The rest is just a dream? Ooh. Verna said not like this.
Can't let you out that easy.
Wow. That's probably the end. Okay, one more to go. One more episode. Can't wait to watch that. I'm actually struggling to formulate thoughts to find words at the moment, because what in the world? So many things to happen. That was a really good episode. Really strong outing, obviously. A lot of highlights in this one. I absolutely loved freaking Lenor going to bat for her mom, busting that door down, calling the police. I would like a follow-up on that and clarity on what's happening there, what's next. Are Lenor and Mother safe? Are they, well, obviously they're safe from Frederick at this point. So I guess we can have some solace in that. I love the fact that because of his actions in his final days, Verna made it extra horrifying for his death. I support that. Ooh boy, I cannot, obviously, and I hope that you can't either. I cannot fathom the thought process that goes into doing something like drugging your wife in that way and getting the pliers. What kind of sick monster do you have to be? Oh, and yeah, he would have been a dentist in the other life. Interesting how he's the only one of the children that we find out what they would have been in the other life. I would like to know the rest now. Madeline's too. The reveal that all this time Roderick and Madeline had a different plan on how to handle the courtroom. Not a courtroom, but the deposition. That he went in there and perjured himself to make himself look good and become more important in the company. Wow, truly a savage move. I don't know if that's brilliant or horrible. But two things can be true. It is brilliantly horrible. Annabelle feels the same. She, in her mind, I think in that moment she knew, I've lost my husband. I don't know what she's going to do next, what steps she's going to take, if she's going to leave. Seems like she's probably going to die. I hope not. I'm rooting for Annabelle. I'm worried that she might be thrown into a kingdom in the sea. I don't know. Madeline's conversation with Verna was riveting. I don't know what the end result of that was exactly, but I'm definitely anxious to see where this whole thing goes and where it ends up. Fascinating that Verna would not let Roderick out that easy. Interesting too that Meredith thought her whole brilliant idea was, I'll just kill him and And what was her thought process? Was it to spare him pain? Was that her way of getting ahead? I don't know, but I'm fairly confident that soon all will be revealed. And I look forward to seeing you in that moment. So thank you for watching with me. I'll see you there in the next one. Bye.